Yo, something wrong with black women that are 40 and single. Woman calls out the culture of dating. Let's check this out. I'm gonna come back with my reaction.
Late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, and you're
Hit that
single,
thumbs
you
up
are
button, y'all.
somehow toxic. There's something that's not
That's
working.
not
Why?
true.
You've been dating since you were 16 years old. Like now you damn near 40 and you still single. There is something wrong with you.
You
Honestly
got a
speaking,
point.
when I hit 25, I was like, damn, there is something probably wrong
There's
with you,
something
man.
wrong with you.
You're being
Is
toxic.
this
Come
what I'm
on.
hearing?
But why? Men get married by the time they're in their late 20s, early 30s,
You don't have.
But
late
toxicity
30s.
isn't the only
It's not about
reason.
age.
Okay, but
Thank
I'm
you.
just saying. So, or you just being single out here for no reason? A man
Yes.
find a good
Yes.
woman, a woman.
It's absolutely about age. I hate to say it, but she's 100% right. It's absolutely about age, especially for women. Now, we need to differentiate between women and men, right? Now, women that are still in their 30s and 40s, still talking about they dating. No, you're not dating. You
Hmm,
just messing around.
right.
You're not dating, you're just messing around. Men that are still single a lot of times that are in their 30s and their 40s, I think it's a little bit different because in some instances you got guys that was dedicated to their career, that was dedicated to
Hmm.
growth, that was very intentional, and I'm starting to see a lot more guys, especially that's tapping in with me, that I'm having coaching calls with. They are very intentional, and so as a result, they dedicated the majority of their early 20s, their mid 20s, into their 30s to themselves, which then allowed for them to really, really become, the greatest version of
Burden
themselves and
themselves,
level it
yeah.
up. And now they're in a space where they kind of like on autopilot, cruise control. They focus on their careers and everything like that. So I think it's a difference between men and women. But when you're talking about being in your 40s and
Hmm.
you're still single,
Right.
but you were intentional about you wanting to be in a relationship, there are a number of red flags that come along with that. And we need to start digging into your past a little bit.
Find a good man, you just single and you're not
Some
toxic.
women
Okay,
don't
Danny,
want
there's
Mm.
marriage.
not really.
Some women don't want
That's
marriage.
how I feel. Most women that I know that are in their late 20s, early 30s.
And are they successful and happy
They
in
are
a relationship?
successful in certain areas, but the relationship thing, I know why they're not successful because
Okay.
there's
'Cause
something
they're your
wrong with
friends.
them. And no, I don't know.
Right.
I know there's men that I know. Okay, but okay, when you see a 40-year-old man that's not married, that never been married, never been in a serious relationship, you think there's something wrong
Why
with
can't
them?
he just choose to want to be single?
Okay, but
Like I
Right.
said, I think it's a difference. One of the problems with this woman and her argument, and one of the problems with people in general, is that they try to compare apples to oranges.
Right.
Men are completely different from women. And
Hmm.
so the reason why a man is single and not in a relationship is completely different from why a woman is single and is not in a relationship, especially
Completely
in their
different.
40s.
Maybe you don't want to get married or
the
something.
benefits, the health benefits, like loners. Look,
All right, picture
benefits. There's some loners, but then also there are, let's say, a woman is not fertile, and let's say
Right.
like she's dating a man or whatever.
And he want kids. She
You
could be
feel
single.
me? That she gonna be single.
I get, but I'm not
like-
saying it's all people, but
Wait,
most
time out.
people
Wait, I
like.
got-
They're using the exception to speak to the rule.
Right.
You can't do that.
Too far.
There comes to a certain
I know what
like
you're
where you
saying.
want
I
to
get
be
it.
with
Let's
someone and you want to have that marriage with
You know
someone.
what? There's a
Let's
level.
not keep it.
Wait,
Too
y'all.
many
Hold
side
on, wait,
combos.
y'all. Let's
One at a
redirect the
time.
conversation.
Yeah, we want to.
And let's
Hold
stay-
on, wait, just wait. I'm speaking. Let's redirect the conversation to talk about: are you too toxic to be in a relationship? Because we're going off on hella tangents right,
Right.
now.
I
got
Can you say the 8 reason why?
So, okay. So
Let
here's
them
some of
hear
the
it, 'cause-
reasons that some people fail at their relationships, and with respect to toxicity. So we
Hey,
have
Daddy.
we have lack of accountability. You want your partner to make you a better person. You have low emotional intelligence. I mentioned this earlier.
The safe space, Oliver.
There has to be a safe space to be emotionally.
Back to the.
Yo, relationships just aren't this complicated.
Right.
And as a person that's been successfully married since I was 22 years old, so over 19 and a half years, going on 20 years, 2 decades.
Very young.
Relationships are not this complicated. It should not be this much work. One of the reasons why people aren't successful in their relationships is because they got too many people in their ear. It's too many people around you that don't add value into you. social media and your friends and family
Right.
have influences on what you're supposed to be doing in your relationship, and you're taking advice from the wrong people, especially modern women. Relationships are supposed to be blissful. It's an opportunity for you to level up, not based off of love, but just based off of everything else, which then feeds into whether or not you love that person, because love is an action word. It's not an emotional, it's not a feeling. It's not an emotion, it's not a feeling. So when you see people talking about emotional intelligence and things like that, it shows me that they know nothing about relationships. And I would
At
guarantee you
all.
that everybody on this panel is probably not married, but they're still talking about a relationship. It's
Mm-hmm.
only either you're single or you're married, and that's why you can't have no in between, because most people don't know what they're talking about. And so when you hear all of this trauma and all of this stuff, I just don't see it. I don't have it. Most of it comes from previous relationships that then leave an impression on how it is that you're going to treat the next person. And then we talking about emotional intelligence and trauma bonding and all of that stuff. Let me hear a little bit more of what they got to say.
This is a hot topic.
It really is.
Aaron is ready.
Thank you.
Finish up, Aaron.
Come on, this sorry, Aaron.
And I mentioned this earlier, you walk on eggshells. The relationship makes you feel drained. One of the parties is a hostile communicator. So this is this is what Oliver was pointing at earlier.
And Danny.
One of the partners has controlling behaviors.
Hostile
And
communicator. That's deep.
Where is they getting this list from? And who made it up? I need to know who the author is.
Lastly, you're hypercritical. And I actually think
Hit that thumbs up button, guys. You get a chance to hit that thumbs up button.
hypercritical is something
I ain't gonna front. I'm
that,
hypercritical. I am.
that I think
I'm not
we
surprised.
really need to talk about.
I'm not
I got
surprised.
the.
That's an official
Can I
list?
add one too?
Yes.
Can I?
And you own all 7.
Can I add one? Can I add one that's not on the list?
Oh, boy.
That made me, with y'all speaking, made me pick this up. You're toxic because you have a toxic group of friends outside your relationship.
I don't have no friends.
Not you.
You are my friend.
You said Danny. You said
You're my
you
friend.
said, you said that the people.
Yeah.
that Danny's
Yeah,
their
birds of a
friend.
feather flock together. I agree.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah, you're the company you keep.
Let's
Let's
fix
put it out
that.
there.
All went to school, right? So now we're looking at marriages. Is there any marriages that's happening? No, there's a lot of baby mothers that's not married, that are in a single relationship, raising a single child. So there is a lot of toxic people out
Single
there.
child?
Like I say, yeah, a lot of parents are,
This is
a lot
gonna
of
be a long
women are
night.
single parents, right? No, let's talk about it. There's no marriages, or you see, or you want to come to my baby shower, or you want to come to my baby shower. Where's the wedding? Or we're not
Right.
together though. So why do you think a lot of people are not together right now?
Hold up.
We live in a toxic world right now.
Right.
After we talked about the story, now we
Right.
have to.
Everybody too good for everybody. I can't be with him. I can do better than him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think they're too good for everybody nowadays. Yeah. They talking about the marriage is going to be obsolete pretty soon after. People aren't like, I don't know. And people aren't in love like they used to no more, man. I think the love and all that, I think that's very rare. That's like a novelty now. People are just really just hooking up now. Hooking up, hang out for a little bit. I'm with this guy for a little bit or this girl. Oh, it didn't work out because I don't like how they snore. You know, I'm on to somebody else. And they hang out with this person for about 6 months to a year. Oh, that don't work out. Then on to somebody else. And it's like people just playing musical chairs with their bodies. That's pretty much it right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, what y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments. This is Anton Daniels. Something wrong with black women that are 40 and single. Go ahead and check out the video if y'all want to see the rest of it. But go ahead in the meantime, leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Airs World.